I'm Tom Crandall from EndTheTrendnow, and we're at the Swiftwick booth here. They produce socks, lots of socks. And so we have Mark here. You're the...
Hey Tom, I'm the co-founder and CEO of Swiftwick, and we manufacture compression socks here in the United States. And our company's motto, who we are, the core of the company, is do what moves you. So what we do is we are committed to manufacturing here in the United States. We're committed to environmentally friendly manufacturing processes, products that we can describe what is an environmentally friendly sock and how does that work.
Yeah.
So, and we have a lot of fun with our customers because we're all doing what moves us.
Yeah. So for those that don't know about your company, what makes you different? Because there's lots of sock companies out there. What makes you stand out, or what do you believe makes you stand out from the rest?
Well, ultimately, I think people have to want to do business with you.
Yeah.
People run together, people work out together, we're social beings, and so at the core, it's about hiring people who are hungry, humble, and smart. And if I can get that kind of employee, that guy or that gal is going to connect with anybody.
Yeah.
So the first thing is just about the people. The second thing is giving them a product that's a world-class market leader, has the technology and the promise, and delivers performance. So if we get that done, now I got great people with great products. Next thing you know, we're the best sock in the world. And today, Swiftwick is the #1 selling sock in the cycling industry, the #1 selling U.S. domestic manufactured sock in the running industry, and we made socks for the U.S. Olympic team and the Ryder Cup team, and we do custom socks as well. So we're just having a great time making the world's best sock.
So what I know about your socks, you have different lengths, and you have them based on numbers. Is that correct?
Yeah, we do. We weren't coming from the sock industry, so we didn't know what we were doing when we got started, and we just decided we would describe our styles in the way that we think about it. So the 0 is the lowest sock that we make, and some people would call that a no-show, but it's a compression sock, and it's the 0. And then for every inch you move up the thigh, up towards the knee, the style changes to a 1 or a 2 or a 4, and our business sock is a 7. And we think, people are, hey, I like that 7. Yeah. People can connect with what that style is. And then, of course, we make the sock in lots of different raw materials, natural fibers like merino wool, or synthetic fibers like polyolefin. And the product, our goal is to have a product that lasts a very long time no matter what, because if you can buy fewer of higher quality things,
yeah,
then we're not going to be a consumption oriented culture. We're going to be a performance oriented culture, and so that's what we're doing.
So if we could just walk over to some
Sure.
of these socks, and you can maybe explain like
do
the different yeah. So we have the Aspire here.
So the Aspire is a sock that probably represents half our sales, and it's in lots of running and cycling stores. And we just believe that a great sock doesn't really care what sport you're involved in. You just want to be moved. So you want to have a great sock. This is a really thin sock. People like the low volume, and then they like the colors. We've recently come out with some colors. And what makes these socks special is that we don't use any dyes in our process. So I'm going to create this raw material. It's white. And this raw material is black. And this raw material, when I make it, is this color all the way through, like a carrot.
Yeah.
So if you cut a carrot in half, it's orange all the way through. So we don't use dyes in constructing the color. We put that color into the sock when it's raw molten polymer, and it just takes more time and care to do that. And then you don't get dye transfer. You don't have to worry about the whites and the colors in the laundry.
Okay, so they won't bleed.
They won't bleed. They
That's
won't
awesome.
dye transfer.
Yeah.
And then over here we have the new Sustain line. And what makes this sock special is that it's the world's first post-industrial recycled nylon sock. I feel like I'm Justin Timberlake, and I've got a... All right, so, this sock comes in a black and a white. It is solution dyed, like I described earlier, and it's, like I said, the world's first post-industrial recycled nylon sock. So we take waste that we're able to collect, and we turn it back into pellets and back into the raw fibers, into the textile, and then into the sock.
Cool.
This is truly green.
This is awesome. So you also carry the wool socks.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of merino wool.
So where does the wool come from?
Well, we were sourcing our wool from New Zealand and Australia until recently when we started sourcing our wool from Montana.
Yeah.
We now have foreign-speaking sheep in Montana, and we're really working hard to basically line up the entire supply chain. All of our polymers come from America. All of our spinning is in America. All of our knitting, our machines, our construction process is in Tennessee. And now we've got merino wool from Montana.
Oh, that's awesome. Now I hear that there are sheep in Texas that apparently have some nice quality to them.
Well, we would be an equal opportunity employer for Texas sheep if you hook us up, and I'm sure we'll make a deal.
Awesome. So as far as the wool, who are your target market? Is it cyclists for that, skiers?
Well, most recently we have been introducing a calf height, a 7 merino wool dress sock, and it's flying off the shelves because the Swiftwick athlete wants to compete in the boardroom and go to work and be in style, but also have the value and day-long compression or the day-long benefit of compression. So compression socks keep your feet from swelling. It improves your venous return. It helps you with endurance. So, hey, work is an endurance sport too. So merino wool has been a terrific. I mean, people don't think about merino wool as a dress sock, but it's a fantastic sock. Now, cyclists are wearing it, hikers are wearing it. It happens to be one of my favorite socks because I love the feel, the sort of plush merino wool feel.
So do you do anything as far as fighting odor with any of these socks? I know wool tends to be a pretty good material as far as odor resistance and things like that, but with these other materials you're using, do you do anything like that for that?
Well, it's fundamental to our objective. We take advantage of the naturally occurring antimicrobial function, the properties of merino wool. So that sock won't stink, and for some of us that matters. And then our polyolefins, well, most people would know olefin from a carpet, a non-allergenic carpet. So if your kids are rolling around on a polyolefin carpet, you feel comfortable about that, even though carpets probably should scare you. So we take that material that was developed for that purpose, and we use that and extrude that into the textile that makes our sock. So we're using polyolefin, and that is an antimicrobial. It's inhospitable to the biology of humanity that contributes to odor. And then we go a step further. We actually have an active antimicrobial, which is a silver ionized product, and that works on our Pulse line sock. So I haven't showed that to you yet. It's a secret. It's a special product. You want to go look?
Yeah, sure.
All right, come on.
This would be great.
Step on the couch.
Grab
down the cool product. All right, so this is the Pulse sock. It was developed originally for the U.S. Olympic team. It's the thinnest sock that I know how to make. I think it's the thinnest sock possible, and it has 55% nylon and 36% olefin. And so the olefin's antimicrobial, but if you get 55% nylon, that sock might stink because nylon is hydrophilic. It attracts water.
Okay.
Polyolefin is hydrophobic. It pushes water away. So you've got this battle inside the sock, which is a part of our mechanical moisture wicking strategy. But nylon will stink. And what we've done is we treat this sock. It's the only sock, this and our hockey sock are the only two socks that we actually add our patented antimicrobial process to. And this sock, you could wear it for a year and it won't stink. It's an amazing product.
You hear that? A year. That's pretty awesome.
That's a challenge to you.
Yeah. No, this is great. Great. So this is is this 2014 or is this?
This product's out now.
Okay.
If you take a look at one of the things that makes it special, this sock is so thin you could feel your pulse. That's the idea.
Okay.
And if I turn it inside out, this is something people don't really think about looking at this sock. If I turn it inside out, it doesn't have any bulk. It doesn't have any accent yarns. You could actually wear the sock inside out and get the same performance. Where if you look at other colorful socks, they have injected a lot of excess yarn into those socks in order to achieve color. So we don't achieve color by injecting excess yarns. We color the yarn itself. In this case, we don't achieve any special look by adding accent yarns, which add bulk. And the accent yarns adds hot spots, blister opportunities. So our thin sock is a laboratory for performance, and it also, because it had so much nylon in it by the time we got done making it, it was a laboratory for biology. So now that we treat it with our antimicrobial, it's a spectacular product, and it's available today. There aren't very many stores that carry it because a lot of people just don't know about it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mark. And this is Tom Crandall from EndTheTrendnow.com and Swiftwick.